If you're thinking about selling your home in San Diego, interest rates are not just a buyer problem. They affect you, your timeline, your price, your pool of buyers, and right now in 2026, there's something happening in this market that every seller in San Diego needs to understand before they make a move. Welcome back. In today's video, I'm breaking down exactly how mortgage rates affect home sellers. Now, in plain and simple terms, no fluff, no jargon, just what you actually need to know before you list your home. Now again, I'm Corey Reels. I've been helping families with their real estate needs for over 11 years now. 4 years ago, my family and I relocated to Chula Vista, where we fell in love with the community, the neighborhoods, the people, and the local businesses. It's why we're so passionate about helping families find their place in San Diego. Now, here's a disclaimer. Before we get into it, everything I'm sharing today is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor or a mortgage lender. Your situation is unique, and I always recommend working with a licensed mortgage professional alongside your real estate agent. That said, let's talk strategy. Real quick, if you're a homeowner in Chula Vista and you're wondering whether now is the right time to sell, I'd love to have a private, no pressure conversation with you. I've put together a free guide called a Seller's Rate Impact Cheat Sheet. It shows you exactly how rate changes affect your home sale in today's market. The link is in the description below. Grab it, it's free. Now, let's get into it. What do interest rates have to do with sellers? Most sellers think interest rates are a buyer's problem. But here's the truth. When rates go up, sellers feel it too. Here's why. The higher the interest rate, the higher a buyer's monthly payment. And the higher the payment, the fewer people can afford to buy your home. Now think about it this way. Let's say your home in Eastlake is priced at $750,000. Condo, by the way. At a 5% interest rate, a buyer putting 10% down would have a monthly payment of roughly $3,600. At a 7% rate, that same buyer is now paying close to $4,500 a month. That's almost a $900 more every single month. What does this mean for you as a seller? Well, it means your pool of buyers just got smaller. Fewer buyers means less competition for your home. Less competition means longer time on the market and more negotiating power shifting toward this buyer. Now, this is not doom and gloom. It's just math. And when you understand it, you can plan around it. Now, here's something that's been going on for a few years now that most people don't talk about. The lock-in effect. A lot of homeowners in Chula Vista, San Diego, maybe you, bought or refinanced when rates were around 2.5 to 3%. I hear it every day. And then the rates jumped up to 7%. Now, if you sell, you'd be giving up your 2.5 to 3% mortgage rate and taking on a new one at double that rate. For a lot of families, that math just didn't work. So they stayed put. That created a shortage of homes for sale across San Diego County. Less inventory, which actually kept home prices higher even when buyers were pulling back. And here's what's happening right now in 2026. Rates have been gradually coming down. The average 30-year fixed rate was around 6.2% as of early 2026, and experts are projecting it could fall towards the high fives by the end of the year, which most people are getting high fives right now. And experts are projecting it could fall towards mid fives by the end of the year. Now, the gap between old low rates and today's rates are narrowing. And as that happens, more sellers who've been waiting are finally starting to move. What that means for you. If you've been thinking about selling but felt locked in by your low rate, this is the year that window opens back up. Questions to ask your real estate professional. How much equity have I built since I've bought? What will my net proceeds look like if I sold today? What does the rate environment actually mean for what you list at and how long it takes to sell? Now, in a high rate environment, here's what typically happens. Buyers become more selective. They're stretching their budget just to qualify. Homes stay on the market a little longer. You may get fewer offers or just one offer instead of 5 or 10 like we were getting in the past. Buyers start asking for more concessions, things like help with closing costs or repairs. In a lower rate environment, where we're trending to in 2026, the opposite starts happening. More buyers come back into the market. Even small rate improvements reopen affordability for buyers who were previously priced out. That increases competition, and more competition typically means stronger offers for you. Here's a real scenario. Let's say you own a 3-bedroom home in Otay Ranch, priced at $680,000 in late 2023 with 7% rates. You might have gotten 1 or 2 offers, maybe a price reduction, maybe a longer escrow. In 2026, as rates trend towards low 6s, the same home may attract multiple buyers again, especially with the spring season underway. The key for sellers right now: price strategically from the start. Don't chase the market. Now, lead with a smart price and let the buyers come to you. Now, this is a question I get asked all the time. Corey, should I just wait until the rates are lower before I sell? Here's my honest answer. Waiting is a strategy, but it's not a guaranteed one. Yes, if rates drop further, more buyers enter the market, and that can mean a higher price for you. But here's what also happens when rates drop. More sellers list too. So that means more competition for your home. Now right now in Chula Vista, inventory remains tight, which actually gives sellers the upper hand in most price ranges. Now if you wait for rates to drop and everyone else lists at the same time, you lose that advantage. The smarter question isn't when are rates gonna be the lowest, it's when does my situation and the market align? Now that's a conversation worth having one-on-one because every family situation is different. So a question to ask your agent: what is the current month's supply in my neighborhood? How many comparable homes are active right now? What sellers can control? Now, you can't control interest rates. Boy, we all know we've tried, but here's what you can control. And this is where sellers win or lose in any market. Number 1, pricing. Homes priced right from day one sell faster and for more money. Overpricing in a rate-sensitive market is one of the most expensive mistakes a seller can make. Number 2, presentation. Buyers in 2026 are more discerning. Clean, fresh, move-in ready homes outperform dated ones, especially when buyers are already stretching on their monthly payment. Now, number 3, marketing. Not every agent markets the same way. The difference between an agent who lists on the MLS and one who uses YouTube, database outreach, door knocking, and targeted digital marketing, that difference shows up in your final sales price. Number 4, timing. Spring is historically the strongest selling season in San Diego County. So if you're thinking about selling this year, the window is open right now. Local insight for 2026. Here in Chula Vista, the market has been holding up well. San Diego's unsold inventory index was around 2.5 months at the end of 2025. Anything under 3 months is still a seller's market, and San Diego home prices have stayed relatively stable, which signals underlying strength in this market. For sellers in Eastlake, Otay Ranch, or South Chula Vista, the demand is there. The buyers are there. The question is whether your strategy is sharp enough to capture them. So if today's video got you thinking about your own situation, whether you should sell now, wait, or just understand where you stand, I'd love to talk. No pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation about your family's goals. Grab my free Seller's Rate Impact cheat sheet in the description. It lays out exactly how rate changes affect your bottom line as a seller in today's market. It's simple, 1 page, and it'll give you something concrete to work from. All right, to recap, interest rates don't just affect buyers, they affect how many buyers can afford your home, how long it takes to sell, and how much leverage you have at the negotiating table. The good news, rates are moving in the right direction in 2026. And if you've been on the fence, this market is opening back up. Now, if you've watched this video and you're wondering whether now is the right time to list or whether you should wait until spring, I made a video specifically about that. It's called Sell Now or Wait, What Chula Vista Sellers Need to Know in 2026. I'll link it right here. Watch that next, and you'll have the full picture. I'm Corey Reels again. Thank you for watching this video. If you truly enjoyed it, don't hesitate to subscribe. Send it out to friends or family members. We'd definitely love to help out here in Chula Vista and San Diego County. Have a great one.